Good evening, mares and gentle colts, and welcome to my thoughts on My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 4 trailers. First off, I'd just like to say, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Season 4 is almost upon us. You know, it's 2 days away or something, probably 3 days for me because I live in the UK, sunny old England, and I won't be able to get them on Saturday, but oh well, I'll look them up online and stuff like that. Oh my god, so excited, so hyped, cannot wait. But until then, I have had the pleasure of sinking my teeth into the trailers. We've had, as far as I'm aware, 2 trailers for Season 4, as well as a snippet of one of the episodes, just about 30 seconds long. And it's got up to about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes long. And I thought I'd share my thoughts on the trailer and all my ideas on what I feel the episode will include based on those trailers. So, first things first, we move on to half day, half night. What the frig? The sun and the moon are in the sky at the same time. What's happened? Luna, Celestia, what are you doing? You've gone crazy. You've just gone, nah, screw it. We're just going to go on holiday for a bit, you know. We can't bother. We're not going to race sun and moon. It's like throwing the entire world into chaos. And then we found out that, oh my god, Celestia and Luna are actually gone. The gods of ponies have vanished. The Canterlot Guard, Twilight, they don't know where they are. It's like, what has happened? What has happened? Where are they? Because you've got to start thinking. Who's done this? Who could beat, basically, the gods of ponies? 2 of them, both of them, you know? Who could do it? They've just gone ahead and gone, nope, Celestia, Luna, no problem, just going to lock them in the sun and the moon, raise the sun and moon at the same time. It's no problem. And I don't just think that this is a case of Celestia's just gone away and it's like, oh, well, I'm going to sip tea and I'm going to let Twilight Sparkle do everything. Or the writer's going, well, we've got Princess Luna. The fans really like Princess Luna, but we're not going to give her any screen time. No, she can just sit there in her moon and not do anything. No, I don't think this is a case of that. But the big question is, who's done it? Who's powerful enough to lock Celestia and Luna away, especially as Discord's now a friend? Who's done it? Who could defeat the gods of ponies? My theory is the Nightmare Forces. Yes, those scary, shadowy things, those shadowy creatures who turned our sweet, innocent, cute little Princess Luna into the nightmarish Nightmare Moon who tried to overthrow all of Equestria. But I'd love that this was true. You know, it's just my theory. If they could bring the Nightmare Forces into the actual canon of the show, it'd be so awesome, because the Nightmare Forces only exist in the comics at the moment. But if they start bringing comic concepts into the actual show, that just gives the show so much more depth and availability to explore the lore, which is what a lot of us would like, is for them to delve into the history and the lore of the MLP universe of Equestria. Now, it's not just the Nightmare Forces that we're having to deal with in this 2-parter, though. We also have the Everfree Forest, and the Everfree Forest is actually attacking, it's invading. Now, I think this points even more support to the Nightmare Forces, because the Nightmare Forces, well, we're just going to control the Everfree Forest, you know, and we're going to screw shit up, because that looks so cool. The Everfree Forest, which has just kind of been this area of, oh, it's mystery and all the creatures look after themselves type thing, and the opponent's been scared of it. We've never really had too much reason to fear it. Now it's like, oh my god, this is what we were afraid of. Big giant plants shooting gas out, and oh my god, I'm so excited for this, because I feel that the availability to have really cool, not necessarily fight scenes, but have the main 6 tackling against this impossible odds. They're fighting nature here, and I just can't wait to see what the animators and writers do with it. And I think we're in for some sweet visuals. Speaking of sweet visuals, look at this guy. Oh, the animation's brilliant in these trailers, by the way. It looks top notch. And this guy looks freaking terrifying. Look at him. Look at those teeth. Look at that mouth. I'm calling him a crocodile, but oh my god, he looks awesome and terrifying. If any person ever tells me again, oh, this show is just for little girls, I'm going to just go online, show them the picture and go, you tell me that this show is for little girls looking at that. I mean, oh my god, look at his tail as well. Is that like a pincer? They added like a scorpion feature in as well. Oh, it's just so awesome and so terrifying. I mean, look, he's freaking eating me. He could eat me. Oh, I'm just really excited for this. The combination of the Nightmare Forces and the Everfree Forest attacking, along with Celestia and Luna disappearing, have really raised stakes. I can't think of the stakes ever being higher than this. It just, pumped up. And who's going to deal with this? Why, the duet of Discord and Twilight Sparkle. Yes, you heard me right, folks. Everyone's favourite Chronicrus is back. Discord is back. He wasn't in the Season 3 finale. He's in the Season 4 opener. And he looks like he's up to his old cheesy self again. I must say, I was worried at the end of Keep Calm and Flutter On that he was just going to be this empty shell, that he wouldn't be Discord anymore. He'd be Discord in how he looks, but he wouldn't act like Discord, because he just seemed a bit too compliant. These trailers seem to put those worries to rest, as he looks to his own tricks again. I mean, this picture right here, I think this is actually part of the episode. It's not just part of the trailer, not created just for the trailer. He's wearing 3D glasses, has popcorn, is drinking in a chair. This looks exactly the kind of stuff that I love Discord for. And I can't wait to see him in the show. But I especially can't wait to see the banter between him and Twilight Sparkle. Twilight Sparkle is now a princess. And Discord's like the element of chaos, and it's going to be the clash of those two great personalities. And if done right, and the writers do it right, it could be so funny, and it could be so humorous. I mean, look at that. Twilight does not look at all impressed with Discord, and I can't wait to see those two clash and banter, and it's just going to make my day, I feel. So, the way I think the episode is going to evolve, we're going to have Discord and the main six team up together in a hunt for Celestia and Luna, because they feel that only with Celestia and Luna's help can they defeat the Nightmare Forces and the Everfree Forest. Now this, I feel, will lead into Twilight Sparkle discovering some way to either travel back to the past, or more likely, look back into the past. Because here we see Celestia, what I think is unlocking the elements of harmony for the first time. Because we see the star there looks a lot like, in my opinion, Twilight Sparkle's cutie mark, and she is the element of magic. So I think that we're now looking into the past and seeing Celestia first unlocking the elements. I feel this theory is supported even more by the animatics that were shown at Comic-Con, because we saw the birth of Nightmare Moon in a flashback. And so I think that Twilight Sparkle is going to look back into the past 1,000 years ago and look back at the elements of harmony and the Nightmare Forces, finding a way to not only strengthen the elements of harmony, but also find weaknesses to the Nightmare Forces, meaning that she'll be able to defeat them. Now, what made me even more happy is if we also get some Crystal Empire backstory, and maybe even a little look into the Discord war. But I doubt that, because, like I say, finding out more about the elements of harmony and finding out how to defeat the Nightmare Force will be the main point of going back into the past, so I don't really see any reason for them to also look at the Crystal Empire and the Discord arc, because it doesn't really feed into the main threat at the moment. I'm just saying it'd be really cool if they did, but I'm not expecting them to. And this is all leading up to the big climax of Discord and the main six, now armed with extra power to the elements, and knowing the weaknesses of the Nightmare Forces, they'll battle it out, left and right, with their hooves and their dragon tails and other whatever Discord has, and eventually defeating the Nightmare Forces. Freeing Luna and Celestia from their prisons, they'll be free, and then Celestia and Luna will go, okay, well, time to set the sun and the moon back, and they'll all live happily ever after. Until all the slice of life episodes start occurring, and then we'll probably get a season 4 finale, which will be just as awesome. Other things I feel are worth mentioning from the trailer, one of which is this guy. Now, at first glance, you might not see any difference. It's like, oh, it's just a Canterlot guard. Why are you mentioning this guy? The reason I find this really interesting is because every time we've seen a Canterlot guard before, they've been either white or grey coated. Except for, of course, he who shall not be named. But yeah, anyway, back on point. But this guard appears to have a brown coat. It's like, wait a minute. What does that mean? Does that mean that the Royal Guard's now expanding and that they only recruited white or grey standards before, but now they've gone, oh, let's include brown ones? Or maybe this is Twilight Sparkle's own personal division of Royal Guard, which I don't think is very likely because we saw some grey guards escorting her in the snippet of the episode. What I feel this is that this is the Equestrian Army. Think about it. You've got the Canterlot Guard, who look after Canterlot, and they're grey or white. But then you've got the Equestrian Army, who look after the rest of Equestria. As Luna and Celestia, okay, yes, they're basically gods, but they are still physical beings, and they can't be everywhere at once. It would make sense that they had to have a military organisation which could deal with multiple threats at the same time. And I think this is the uniform colour of the Equestrian Army, as this is the guy who in the trailer says, the Everfree Forest is invading! And it makes sense that if the Everfree Forest was invading, the Equestrian Army would be on the forefront, not the Canterlot Guard. The Canterlot Guard will be protecting, well, Canterlot, whereas the Equestrian Army will be fighting any foes to Equestria. The last thing I want to mention is Avatar Twilight Sparkle. Yes, everyone's favourite purple princess. Well, she seems to have all glowy eyes again. And I think that this is awesome, because in the past, Twilight Sparkle has only ever gone glowy eyes. First of all, when she first got connected to her friends through the Rainbow Dash's first Sonic Rainbow. That was an awesome episode, by the way. And any other time has been when she's been using the elements of harmony, and that's when she's gone all glowy eyed. So it's interesting to note that here, she's not wearing her element. And her element doesn't seem anywhere nearby like it was in Equestria Girls. So how come she's gone all glowy-eyed? I think it's one of two reasons. Either becoming an alicorn and a princess has given her the ability to tap into her top magical potential, all of her potential, and she can now basically go into the Avatar state and unleash it all in massive ways of awesomeness. Or the other explanation could be that by looking back into the past and discovering all the secrets of the elements of harmony, she can now truly tap into their full potential and therefore can unleash their power without even needing the elements, which would kind of make some sense to Equestria Girls, where she wasn't wearing the element of harmony, the element of magic, and the other elements were nowhere even nearby. That could be that she was just learning how to tap into their full potential. But now here, she's properly learnt it and can control it. I'd love that if Twilight Sparkle suddenly had got all this extra power. I mean, how would she deal with that? She's got a nervous compulsion disorder anyway, so how would she feel that suddenly feeling, oh my god, I'm like the most powerful being ever? How would that affect her? Would make for some great character development and a standalone episode on its own. Anyway, those are just my 2 bits. If you've got any thoughts yourself or have any thoughts about what I've thought here, if that makes sense, post a comment down below. Thank you for watching the Mares and Gentle Colts, and I'll see you next time.